Good morning, guys. Welcome to the next part of this unit. This is now moving from taking the photos to what do we do with the photos. Okay, so I will be teaching you now photo editing, not using the program I would usually like to that we would get here, because the one that we usually get that we have at the lab here, it is free to download and you could download it and use it on your computers at home, but I'm not confident that your computers would be able to handle it just because of the pure processing power required. So rather than deal with any of that, I found a web browser based photo editing program, which is also still very powerful. So, and it's actually not even that different from the one that you can download and use for free called GIMP. So it's pretty awesome actually. And it should work on Chromebooks as well because it is browser based. So I thought this was a pretty good one to use, and it's really cool, and it still is a lot of fun to use. So throughout the tutorials of this section of the unit, I will be getting you to obviously be using the skill that is introduced in the video. So I create a video. That video says, this is how you do this sort of stuff with the program. What I'm going to be getting you to do is watch those tutorials and then do an example of using that skill to make sure that you know how to use it. And I needed some way of making sure that was all captured in the same place. So what you will be doing is building a presentation, which is going to include a whole bunch of different slides, and one slide is going to be dedicated to one tutorial, and then you'll have, a slide called tutorial 1, whatever, and then you'll have examples of what tutorial 1 is, and then another slide, tutorial 2, tutorial 3, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and that's kind of how we're going to be keeping track, and at the end of it, you will be handing that in, and you will be receiving a mark for it. I do not have the rubric done yet, but by the time we get to this project, I assume the rubric will be done. I'm filming this in advance. Okay, quite a bit in advance. So anyways, that is the assignment as an overview. That's kind of an introduction to it. And I also did an overview of what it is you're going to be doing. You're going to start by putting together a presentation. Here's the start of mine, and I'll be doing this and tracking it now using this program as well. Okay, because I could show you the one that I built in the previous years, but it's using a different program, so it's cheating a little bit. So I'm starting my own. Make sure you indicate whose it is in the name of it. So mine, I just call photo editing Mr. Hutchinson because I'm kind of boring and can't think of anything clever. So it's photo editing Mr. Hutchinson. Just make sure your name is in there somewhere. You can do it through Google Slides or you can do it through PowerPoint. I prefer PowerPoint. But if you do it through Google Slides, all you have to do is share it with me and you're done. So that's also kind of handy. I leave the choice up to you, okay? Then you're going to create a title slide. Here's my title slide. You don't have to spend a lot of time making it look super pretty. I would like you to, but you don't have to. And then for every tutorial, you're going to create a new slide and give it a title. Give it the same title as the tutorial. So tutorial 1 is on curves, and for there, you need to have an edited version of photo, obviously, but you also need to compare it to the unedited version. And that's what I have done here. You can see there is a slight difference here. Just look at my head, I think is the most obvious place, where this is the colors kind of blend. These ones, the colors pop out and there's a lot more contrast there. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. And then for every tutorial we do, you will be doing a slide like that. Okay, and that's this assignment. So as you go through this program, please experiment and have fun with it, because photo editing is tons of fun and there's a lot of really cool different things you can do with it. And here are some examples from what I have done in the past. So that this one is a lot of fun to do, where this was the old picture, and then I created a cutout of myself and I put myself there. A student did a picture of me driving a helicopter, right? Like there's a bunch of different things you can do with the cutout thing. Don't know if we can do that yet. This is going to be something we're going to learn how to do. This is going to be something we learn how to do. This is going to be something we learn how to do, where you just take a bunch of different pictures and you combine all the elements together, because this is really, really cool and fun to do. I love this picture because what actually happened here behind the scenes is my daughter was playing with something and I said, don't move. And then she didn't move here, and then I picked her up and put her at the piano. She didn't want to be in the piano, so this is her throwing a tantrum because I put her on the piano, which is kind of funny. Yeah, these sorts of things. And this is like, there's a lot of fun things you can do with photo editing, and it's very powerful if you learn what to do with the tool. So hopefully by the end of these tutorial sessions, you will not only know how to do these sort of things, but you will have a PowerPoint which proves it. Okay? That's all. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourselves, guys.